Fuck. Hello. Welcome back to the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. As I'm sure you're aware, the last episode did not go too well, in that we fucking lost. So here we are back at the bloody title screen. We're just gonna start again. We're gonna power on through. That being said, I have a feeling... Look, I like you. I reckon we've got good chemistry. But somehow I feel you don't want to see me play through the first several hours of the game again. Now, obviously things are going to be very different. For one, I'm going to be starting with a different starter, which I'll talk about later. For two, we'll be catching different Pokemon on each environment, just, you know, because it's random chance a bit. We'll probably have different experiences, but somehow I think it's going to maintain relatively the same. So I think what we're going to do is, instead of dicking about forcing you to watch that big old bit again, going for multiple episodes just to get back to where we were before, I am going to record it all without bothering with all the webcam setup, and then I'll do a little retrospective for you. So you will be able to see my journey, admittedly without my beautifully improvised commentary, but it'll only take one big old episode of just me giving you the Cliff Notes version, so it should be all good. I've talked for so long that it's gone back and replayed the intro, so I think that is an indication that I've explained more than enough, and I will see you in Moorville. This is the story of a little girl named Oskar. I'm playing as a girl this time around because, as I've previously mentioned, I like the rival starter to be the most fitting for them. And although having May as a rival necessitates taking Trico to give her a Torchic, Brennan is such a nothing, ignored character that a female player can take whatever starter she wants and get away with it. Speaking of, Brendan is a huge tosser. You meet him for the first time and he's like, "What? You're a Goyle?" And then spends the rest of the adventure fucking mansplaining things to you. He's a prick, and I'm so glad we get the chance to constantly emasculate him in battles to the point where he straight gives up. We're starting with Torchic this time around. I put up a poll to some mates and the resounding response was not Trico. I could have gone with Mudkip. He's my favourite of the three and would make the game a whole lot easier, but I reckon firstly it wouldn't be fun to just see me easily succeed, and secondly it would be too easy on me after losing to Watson to rock up with like the one available ground type and kick his ass. Anyway, it's fire and a chicken, so naturally we name it Nando's. We have our first 3 encounters in rapid succession, catching a Zigzagoon on Route 101, a Poochyena on Route 103, and a Wurmple on Route 102. In other words, we catch the most generic possible 3, which totally bodes well for the future. The Zigzagoon I named Cosine because the sine wave is sort of the middle point between a zigzag and a line. My nicknames have not improved. I named the Poochyena Factory in reference to fireworks, and the Wurmple Baroque in reference to Rococo. Coming out onto Route 104, we encounter a Taillow, but fucking crit and kill it like fucking idiots. We then venture into Petalburg Woods, where against the odds we run into another Slakoth. I did a bit of maths, and this isn't as 1 in a million as it seems. If you go into Petalburg Woods already having a Wurmple and a Poochyena, you have 5% chance of getting a Slakoth. It's more like a 20% chance. Anyway, we'll nonetheless cherish it, and we nickname it Sugar. Sugarloaf is a far more niche reference than bread loaf, but it's pretty fun to say, "Come on, Sugar," or whatever when you throw it out in battle. So I can't complain. Just up ahead, our Wurmple evolves into the Chad Cascoon, so at least one thing is going better for us. Coming into Rustboro, we also do the little trick again, where we go straight to the tunnel and catch a Whismur before trying to catch anything on Route 116. We do catch a Whismur and name it in honour of one of England's loudest bands. Out on Route 116, we find another Taillow and don't fucking kill it this time. I again don't know what to call it, but end up calling him Rodrigo just because it's fun to say. If you've been paying attention to our encounters, you'll know we really have nothing to do with the Rock Gym, so we end up doing a fair amount of grinding. During this time, Baroque evolves into Dustox. Once Nando's evolves into Combuskin, getting a good fighting move, I reckon we're ready to take on Roxanne. We easily take out our 2 Geodudes, but I'm paranoid about losing Nando's to the scary Nosepass, so I switch into Cosine to destroy its stats first. I growl it down to no attack, but with my terrible attack stat and its resistance, I can't actually kill it without running out of PP. It can't kill me either, and actually ends up using all of its PP and starting to struggle. Because of block, I can't switch out. I think I got Zigzagoon and Poochyena confused, because Poochyena can switch with Run Away. And because Struggle's recall damage is based on the damage dealt, rather than the dealer's max HP this gen, Cosine ends up dying. Combustion very easily kills it after switching in. If I wasn't so spooked, it probably would have been a super clean fight. Oops. We set up our graveyard a lot earlier than last time, which does not bode well for the future. We run into Brendan on the way back, and again he's a mansplaining prick. We kick his ass real easy, and then it's on to Doofed. We catch the guaranteed Magikarp and Tentacool here. Magikarp I named Samanka, because I'm hungry and it's been ages since I've had a good fish ice cream. And Tentacool I named Medusa, which makes sense because it's a science joke, I swear. As you know Medusa is the snake lady, but it's a science. Put up Wikipedia. While Tentacool languished in the box in our last attempt, here she's our best water type, and is probably going to come along for the ride. We also waltz on into Granite Cave and come across a Makuhita. I love Makuhita, and I'm really excited to actually use one. If it was a boy, I'd have called it Herculad, but since it isn't, I have to improvise. After a bit of grinding, our team is ready to take on Brawly. Again, he's a pushover. Like Beautifly, Dustox quad resists all of his moves and can hit back with Gust or Confusion, which gets around all the bloody bulk ups as a special attack. We also do something we didn't do in the first run, go back to Petalburg and tell the president we delivered his letter. Doing so gets us the EXP share, which actually makes grinding some of these bastards up actually possible. Hot-footing it over to Route 110, we get an Electrike in the grass. Electrike is a cool little guy who's one of the few electric types I actually like, and he'll probably serve us well in the gym. I was going to call him Lemonade because he's got the same colour scheme as a bloody can of Sprite, but I hit upon Lemonada, which I reckon is the best nickname I've ever come up with. Anyway, we confidently waltz into the Route 110 battle with Brendan, only to be slapped down like a fucking idiot. Last time around we were scared, prepped, and had an easy counter to everything he had. This time around we're cocky, playing sped up for the most part, and his Marsh Stomp is on another fucking level to any bloody Combustion. It can take hits for days and just about one-shot anything we have. We can just barely manage to whittle it down with repeated fake-outs from Hercules, but each one is hugely damaging to the few bastards on our team who can resist his moves. Or withstand his moves. Blah blah blah, that was improv if you couldn't tell. Hercules ends up surviving on a pretty risky switch and does a fake-out, which does like fuck all damage. I then have to hope she's faster than this bastard, but she definitely isn't. You can tell by how long I linger on this fainted screen that I am distraught and panicking. Everyone on my team is slow and will definitely die. I end up sending out Nando's in the hope she can outspeed. And it just fucking drops. In retrospect, that was really stupid of me. Nando's was a huge boon and I just wasted it on the absolutely unfounded belief it'd be faster. I end up sending out Lemonado and trying to kill with a quick attack, only for it to completely bounce off it, and Lemonado also drops. With this chip damage, I can finish off this absolute monster with Rodrigo. In retrospect, I could have handled that a lot better. If I was more willing to potentially sack something off, I could have had a clean switch in for another fake out, and have only lost one Pokemon instead of 3. I panicked and I paid the price. The one silver lining to this cloud of mustard gas is that Sugar gets enough experience this fight to level up. It's great to have a Vigoroth again. Still, with such a huge loss right before Watson, I'm in a bit of an old panic. With my fallen comrades deposited in the graveyard, I have to cobble together a team from the few dopey bastards in my box. I still have a lot of hope held out though. We have one more encounter we can get, and it's very likely to be a bulky grass type that could win us the gym and give us an answer to that evil bastard Marstomp. Except we get a fucking Illumise. At this point I'm just about ready to throw in the towel, but it turns out Illumise is just pure bug type and not bug flying, so it isn't weak to electric at the very least. I'm willing to give it a go, but I decide I gotta get all my guys up to level 24 to stand a chance. So here I am grinding, right, only for this random trainer's Magnemite to fucking crit my Poochyena. I've not got anything in the box that isn't weak to electric to replace it with, so things are looking properly dire for us. Nevertheless, we persevere. We get all our lads up to level 24, during which Spinal Tap evolves into Loudred, and Rodrigo evolves into Swallow. Also, and this is probably the most important thing, I learned how to do the trick where you bounce your bike to the side. Anyway, with that you should be all caught up, as Oskar and her desperate team of low-tier Pokemon stand face to face with that bastard Watson. Also, this would have been, like, at minimum, like, 2 extra episodes, so be very grateful I did it this way, even though it was obviously scripted and didn't sound good. Shut up. Oh, hello. How are you? Sorry, my hair's a mess. That's because everything you just watched I did earlier today. Now I'm here to fight Watson. Fun fact, I fought Watson earlier, beat him, and then I realized that my screen wasn't recording. So we're back here. But that does show that I can beat Watson with this terrible team. Yeah, everyone's holding a cherry berry except Rodrigo. He's got the silk scarf on just because the only thing he's going to be using this fight is a quick attack out of desperation, and we just want that quick attack to hit as hard as possible. But yeah, my team was looking really good, and then we had a disastrous fight with Brendan. Disastrous. I think I was still operating under the, the system of old. The Brendan when he had the bloody combustion, but combustion's a pushover and Marshtomp is not. So, yeah, things went poorly. We did get another Vigoroth though, and I think it is a he. Yep, he's our ticket to victory. Sugar. I mean, admittedly, Sugar is loafing around as a, niche reference than bread, but still. Sugarloaf, baby, look it up. Or Sugarloaf Mountain, if you prefer. That's what I was thinking of. Didn't realize that it was named that because Sugarloaf was a real thing. Anyway, Watson's a cruel, evil man, and we're here. We've been reincarnated or something, and now we're gonna avenge our death. Now that is amusing. Then I, Watson, shall electrify you. So, I am quite tempted to speed up, just because I've been doing so much speed up to get back here. And I've got a strategy which is a little bit slow, but yeah. Here we've got Voltorb. Now we're just going to yawn on this guy immediately. His Sugar is decently bulky, not super bulky, but decently so. Which means we can just sit on this guy. Look at that. Ate it up, baby. I was so worried for a second there, because last time he just let me kill him. We're gonna slack off this turn. Okay, Howling is absolutely no concern for us. We're just gonna put him to sleep, and then continue setting up on him. So far things are going much better than they did last time, because the Voltorb paralyzed us with an errant spark, and that set off our Cherry Berry. Currently, we are much healthier. Electrike has... Okay, I thought Electrike would do more damage, but it did not. We're just going to bulk up, set up on this guy's face. His only setup move himself is Howl, which is not going to pose any threat to us. We're just going to get up there. We can always slack off and put him back to sleep. Our one issue with this fight is that our only attacking move is Cut. As you may know, Watson has a Magneton, which, if we're lucky, it's a 2-hit KO to +6 cut. Okay, Leer is not ideal, but we weren't using Bulk Up because of the defense boost. It's all the attack, baby. If we had Belly Drum, that would be preferable. But yeah, I think we just set up on it. We can always, because it, we know when it wakes up because it moves more slowly than us. Yeah, after this one we'll be at +6 attack, +5 defense. I'm just gonna put it back to sleep and then heal up to be on the safe side. I think at +4 defense, we're not really spooked by anything, but we'd still rather be on full health if we can manage it. Yeah, this continual leering is not too friendly. I feel we might be in for a little bit of an attack. Nope, just another leer. Okay. Now that's less than ideal. but like physical moves are not something we're super concerned about. We are at maximum bulk up, so now the cut should just kill. Okay. Now I think this Magneton is going to live a hit, and then it's going to want to Thunder Wave us. Which is not ideal. But I think, I might be wrong, but I think we still outspeed. Or it can, I don't know how much this does, but okay. Oh my god, okay. No. This is kind of good, because now I can slack off this turn. And we should be on higher health. Oh my god, okay. Look, I'm gonna heal, guys. Guys, look. Well, I healed last time and it didn't work. But, lads, I think you recognize that all I've been through has been utterly torturous. And if I just gotta heal a little bit, it's actually way less than I healed last fight as well. And I still lost. That's how you can see how I'm justifying everything to myself. Sonic Boom, easy. We can eat that up for days. But now we're gonna, where is it? Use another Cherry Berry. Now heal up, it'll just fucking Thunder Wave again. Yeah, look. Fuck, okay. I swear when you speed it up, worse bad things happen. Look, this is fine, because now we can just slack off. Look, we're like, that's obvious. We're just gonna, look, okay, actually, you know what? I think I'd rather, I think I'd rather not be paralyzed and not be at full health, for the main trick. It's not gonna find a way again, is it? Okay, good. Yeah, look, I think we should be able to survive one hit from anything the main trick wants us to do. I feel guilty about healing. I didn't really heal last time. I think I used one potion. Like, not a super potion, but look, if it just gets us through, that's what, okay, and he's gonna waste his turn on a Howl anyway. But, oh guys, this is momentous. We can finally move on with the run, and because I use actual tactics. Our luck was about equal, I think. I'm so proud of Sugar for just surviving that explosion. We're not going to teach it Endure. I cannot imagine a scenario in which it is worth being on just one health. Fine, I lost. You ended up giving me a thrill. Oh yeah, just like my long-lost brother gave you a thrill when you fucking killed him. Look, I don't know. I don't know if this is a parallel universe or if I just happen to be another person also named Oskar. But yeah. I don't want your phone number, mate. I really don't want your phone number. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there. Now that my lust for revenge has been satiated, I can take my really bad team and go out and explore areas that we have not yet seen. That was a quick little battle. I just had some Anchor in there as sort of fodder, and also because it's a modest Magikarp, and it's not like I'll never be able to get a Magikarp again. So we're gonna bring back in Medusa. And yeah, probably, maybe, maybe move items around a bit, but I think you guys don't really need to be super invested in that process. Here's our team. There are a lot of, you know, I'm gonna, oh, that's the wrong item. I'm gonna be optimistic. They're not a bunch of bad Pokemon. They're a bunch of replaceable Pokemon. So, you know, if we come across something better, it's going to be very easy to replace one of our lads with. I don't think we're going to come across a lot better, but the option is very much there. We've got Sugar, who's really good. We've got Rodrigo, who's really good. We've got Medusa, who's alright. The names sort of are slightly less hipstery, esoteric than they were last time. But yeah, look, we can finally travel onwards, and I think that's good enough. So yeah, next time we shall do just that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm proud of us all. Actually, you know, how about as well, we just quickly mourn our fallen comrades, because a lot of people died to get us where we are now. I was Cosine, I constantly thought I called it Cuisine, so that would have been some funny TV bit. Hercules, I was so excited to use, and for the brief time she was here, she was great. Nando's was also pretty great. I'm pissed off that we lost both of our fighting types. Lemonado is one of the best nicknames I've ever made. And it was going to be so nice to have an electric type, especially a good one. And Factory, the other half of Fireworks Factory, was actually worse than Fireworks in many ways. I think it had a minus attack nature. But yeah, these three especially, I'm very... But you know, I know you guys don't have that sort of connection, so it's sort of like we're joining in medias res. You know, I've had a share of grizzled and awful experiences, and now you're seeing me, a grizzled trainer in the middle of my journey. There I am. Well, I think my face, this face is covering up my face in this, but here I am. That's me. It's allegedly we've been playing for 25 hours. That's what speed up will do to you. Life is hell. Love ya. See ya.